She said it casually, like it meant nothing. "I'm changing my last name after marriage," she told me, sipping her wine. "But not to yours. Keeping mine is more feminist." I nodded once. "Modern thinking," I said. Her smile was satisfied, oblivious. She thought she'd won something. I let her. Later that night, while she scrolled through honeymoon villas, I called the wedding planner. "Change the invitation wording," I said. "To what?" "List us as two separate individuals cohabitating." A pause. "Are you sure?" "Yes." When the invitations went out, her grandmother called her panicked. "What kind of marriage is this?" I heard the old woman's voice trembling through the speaker. My fiancée laughed nervously, looking at me across the kitchen. "Just a misunderstanding," she said. But it wasn't. It was the first accurate description of what we really were. For months I'd felt her slipping away. Not physically, emotionally. Her words became thinner, her laughter delayed. Like she was translating every emotion through a filter before letting me see it. At first I blamed the wedding stress. Then I noticed how her phone always faced down, how she stepped into the hallway to take certain calls. She said it was her bridesmaid group chat. Funny how the same people she laughed with over brunch never seemed to text her in front of me. When I asked about the change in tone, why she sounded different lately, colder, she smiled and said, "I'm evolving." I didn't argue. Evolution is a polite word for mutation. And I was starting to see what she was becoming. The investigation didn't start as revenge. It started as curiosity, the kind that keeps you awake at night, staring at the ceiling, listening to the silence between heartbeats. I checked her phone one night. Not the messages, the calendar. There were recurring entries every Thursday. Consultation. She wasn't sick. She wasn't in therapy. The location tag? A downtown cafe. I went there the next week, sat in my car, waited. At 6:07 p.m., she arrived. At 6:10, he did. They didn't touch, they didn't kiss, but their bodies leaned toward each other like magnets pretending not to connect. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I asked questions that sounded harmless. "How was your consultation?" She blinked. A slight pause. "Good. Productive." A lie rehearsed in real time. Each week I watched again. Different cafe, different dress, same man. My patience became its own weapon. I started recording the meetings. Screenshots, photos, timestamps. Not for proof. Proof was for people who still cared. I wanted something colder, understanding. It was a Thursday when I finally entered the cafe. She didn't see me at first. I watched her laugh, the same laugh that used to belong to me. The man reached across the table, brushed her wrist. That was enough. I walked up, quiet, deliberate. Her laughter died mid-breath when she looked up. "Mind introducing me?" I asked. Her face drained. The man stammered something, stood. I didn't even look at him. My eyes stayed on her. Consultation over? No shouting, no scene. Just stillness, thick enough to choke on. She whispered, "It's not what it looks like." "They never say it is," I said. Then I placed a small envelope on the table. Photos, printouts, messages. Her hand trembled as she opened it. The man backed away. She didn't even notice. I leaned close. "You're not marrying me," I said quietly. "You're marrying the version of me that doesn't see you." Then I left. I didn't cancel the wedding. I simply rewrote it. Kept the venue, the dress, the guests. But one thing changed: the ceremony. Instead of vows, I instructed the officiant to read a statement of intent. Two individuals agreeing to mutual convenience. Her family stared in confusion. Her father's face turned to stone. She looked at me, desperate. "What are you doing?" she hissed. "Honesty," I whispered back. "Modern thinking." The words mirrored her own from that night at dinner. I saw the realization hit her like glass cracking from the center. Her grandmother started to cry. The guests whispered. Cameras flashed. She stood frozen, caught between pride and humiliation, unable to move either way. I gave her a small, calm smile. "This is what equality looks like," I said. The engagement ended quietly. No shouting, no tears, just paperwork. She moved out within a week, left behind her perfume, her toothbrush, a few dresses, like ghosts refusing to leave the room. Sometimes I still see her face in my mind, that frozen moment at the altar when she realized she wasn't the one orchestrating the story anymore. People call what I did cruel. Maybe it was, but cruelty and clarity often share the same mirror. She taught me that love built on ego isn't love at all, it's theater. And I simply closed the curtain. Now, when people ask why I never married, I just say, I once did, in rehearsal. Then I smile, cold, certain, free.